When Lewis was on the Natchez Trace, he was traveling alone with a servant. And the day he died, he was anxious, and the servant was not the person that was his assistant. He wasn't moving fast enough for Lewis. So there was this inn, a very lonely, isolated inn tavern on the Natchez Trace. And Lewis raced ahead to get a room, and the servant would come later. They didn't have a room in the actual main inn, you know, two-room place. One was already gone. So there was a little smaller cabin. They let him stay in the smaller cabin. And in the middle of the night, the servant arrived and was basically put in the stables to sleep in the stable with the pack horses. And in the middle of the night, there was a scream and a gunshot, and nobody thought much about it. Apparently, the innkeeper and his wife didn't do anything. The servant didn't do anything. The next morning, they went to the cabin, opened the cabin door, and there was Merriweather Lewis lying dead, shot. And it was ruled as a suicide, that he'd killed himself. But there was never any rationale behind that. There were suspicions immediately that it was murder. The journals that he'd prepared apparently were missing, along with his money and some other stuff. So somebody had stolen some, you know, if he committed suicide, where were they? There was a very hasty investigation, covered over immediately. His body was buried on the spot. In fact, you can go there right now, and there's a monument to him, and his body is buried underneath that. And the national parks, the U.S. National Park Service, has never allowed and will not allow any exhumation or any forensic examination of the body at all. So you see, there's all these mysteries. And did he commit suicide? If he did, where's all his stuff? Was it murder? Who murdered him? What's going on here? So I opened the book with that scenario. And then we're going to see how it plays out, see what happens. But yeah, it still comes back in.